Welcome to Social Media Fridays, episode 73. Each week we meet here to discuss what changed and what's new in the world of social media. Topics of interest are posted on the Social Media Fridays on Monday community on Google+. You're welcome to post your own topic and or join us here on our panel. On our panel tonight, we have David Rosen. David, 30 years a copywriter, 12 as an SEO. And you can find David at writingforseo.org. Edwin Jonk is CEO of Idest Host in the Netherlands, idesthost.nl. Masataki Wasa is CEO of WasaWeb.net and also a Google top contributor on the AdSense and the Google+ Help community. Meher Bhagat is a social media dynamo and human resources specialist from India. And Tim Capper. Tim is also a Google top contributor on the Google My Business community, and he's also CEO of onlineownership.com. He's proud to call himself an SEO and also a conversion rate optimization specialist. We don't have a lot of topics tonight, guys. You haven't been doing your homework. I'll click this button and see what comes up. All right, this one was about companies that have turned down billion-dollar and million-dollar acquisition offers, and whether this was a good idea or a bad idea. Denoted by win or fail, was listed on an infographic, and there was some interesting outcome there. Facebook offered $500 million for Twitter back in 2008, and today Twitter is valued at around $23 billion. I can't get my head around that because they don't really do a lot, do they?
Well, I think Yahoo, they do have some stock now, or had some stock, or some angel investors. Or was that with Twitter?
I'm not sure.
No.
There's been a lot of talk recently about whether Twitter is a goer, much as there's been talk about other social media platforms' viability and future. Yes, there's I've read lots of comments, lots of articles bringing up that very point about how much revenue Twitter is bringing in, and how much it could bring in, and whether there is a future for it. I hope there is. I like Twitter, as people on this panel know. So there you go. It would be interesting to return to this list in a year's time and see whether Twitter is valued at more or less than $23 billion.
Yeah, interesting that the figures on there in 2005. MySpace wanted to buy Facebook for $75 million, and in 2006, a year later, Yahoo tried to buy it for $1 billion.
Mm.
And Twitter wanted to buy Vidi in 2012 for 100 million, but Vidi was eventually acquired by Fullscreen for 15 million. Google in 2010 offered 150 million for Quickie, but it's now defunct. Okay. Now, I take it there are no further comments on this?
Well, Google's acquisition of Friendster in 2003. Yes, it's now defunct, having been acquired for 26.4 million. That was a very fine investment by whoever acquired it.
What did Friendster do?
I can't remember, to be honest. Come on, it's 2003. That's back in the Stone Age. What we need is a social media person here. They'll tell us.
I've never used Friendster. I have no idea what it is. So when a person like me tells you, I don't know where it was, trust me, it doesn't even exist then.
Well, I'm digging it up a little bit. It was for social contacts. So basically it was a contact card. But now it's mainly about games.
Okay, will we move on from this one?
Yeah. What I missed in the list, by the way, is that Google tried to buy Twitter. That's not being mentioned.
But that was a recent deal. I think that was 2014 in the end, or 15 starting of 2015. That was a recent deal.
Oh,
now
okay. Oh, I thought it was a little bit earlier.
I think it was around starting January, Feb of 2015, or maybe in December 2014, but it was just a recent deal.
Yeah, and the management of Twitter is a little bit weird. I think Facebook has someone in the board. Last month, an employee from Google, number 11, went to Twitter. So. Oh well.
Okay. Here's when Twitter is rolling out its new feature, Twitter polls. It's not open to everyone yet, however, within a few days it will be public.
Well, this feature is very interesting because, the polls do not last more than 24 hours. That's a very interesting part of it. I mean, it's very weird having polls that are, very outdated and people are posting on it. So if you want to have a live check for the next 24 hours, you can post a poll with two questions on it, and people can vote right in there, and you can have those votes count. And I'm not sure whether Twitter is allowing you to have access over emails that are shared for the polling. It just yes, no, and that's it. But people won't be able to see your vote. So let's say if I've voted for something, yes or no, no one can say what I've actually voted. No one can see what I voted. It's just that my vote would be counted.
Am I allowed to be slightly cynical and slightly rude that this will just increase the amount of useless noise on Facebook?
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
I thought you might. I actually removed the Facebook app from my iPad a few weeks ago, and it really has stopped me wasting so much time on Facebook. I now pop in every so often and see if there's anything that my friends and family have done that that needs attention. But it does stop me getting too involved with cats flushing the loo and dogs juggling tortoises or whatever you get on there.
Yeah. Well, I think this is going to go down as one of our less notable episodes of Social Media Fridays on Monday, because I think when I click this button next, it will say thank you for watching. So I'm about to click it. Go ahead, David.
I said, will it? I'm in rapt attention to see what happens next.
Well, when that comes up, that's the signal for me to say thank you for watching. Your interest in what we do makes what we do worthwhile. We'll be back at the same time next week to do it all again. And unless you guys have anything else to add, it's time for us to close off. And recording that as a no.